I don't consider myself a morning person, especially in the winter, but I have found some things that help to make the mornings feel a bit more calm and easy, and I'm sharing them with you today. First up is skincare, and I always look forward to this part. I'm doing a super gentle and hydrating routine today using some of my favorite products right now. Since I completed my Accutane treatment earlier this year, I've been using a prescription retinoid at night for maintenance. So in the mornings, I just like to gently cleanse and hydrate and protect my skin. After serums, I typically skip a moisturizer and just go straight in with a moisturizing sunscreen. I try to enjoy the ritual of my skincare routine and just breathe through any anxiousness. So this is where I keep all the products I'm using and testing out. I have this LED light panel that I like to use for about 15 minutes in the morning. It's been shown to improve mood and decrease stress, especially around this time of year when we don't get a lot of sunlight. And while that's going, I just brush through my hair and put in some hair oil. I find this really helps with the static that I get in my hair. Putting on a thick lip balm and some earrings. These are from Ana Luisa. Then I'm going downstairs for the best part of my morning, which is my matcha latte. After breakfast, I try to take some vitamin D3 supplements. This is pretty key if you live somewhere where there isn't a lot of sun in the winter. Something I'm working on is getting my movement in more consistently, and in the mornings, I find I just really like to do a light stretch before I get dressed. Okay, now I feel like I'm kind of up and awake and I can speak. I'm a little bit tired. It was kind of a long week. So on days like today, as much as I don't feel like putting on makeup, I try to put on even just a little bit because I find it really does help to just boost my mood a little bit. This video is kind of part 3 of my partnership with Merit, which I have so enjoyed. They sent me refills of my Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick in the shade Linen, my favorite shade in their Flush Balm, which is the Raspberry Beret. And this is the first time I'm seeing their new gold packaging. The one before was like a gray color. This is super cute and very festive feeling. And then I already unboxed this because I was too excited, but this is the shade Slick Lip Oil in the shade Sangria. I've never tried this shade before. This is kind of like a maroon wine color, which I am so into right now. It is 8:45 and I like to log on at 9. So this is really truly like my quick everyday makeup routine. I'm gonna start with the Minimalist Perfecting Stick, putting this down on areas where I have a bit of pigment or redness. And I like to work in pretty thin layers with this. And Merit products are formulated to be really nice for acne-prone skin, which is the type of skin that I have. It just evens out your skin tone so nicely and doesn't feel like anything at all. And to blend it out, I use the Merit No. 1 brush. Then I'm gonna go in with the Flush Balm Cream Blush, and this is where the color really starts to come onto my face. So I like to kind of put it on the palm of my hand like that. This is especially good if I'm in a rush, and then use that fleshy part to dab the product just all over my cheek. And you don't have to be super careful with this because it is a sheer, nice formula that blends really nicely. It's very hard to overdo this product. And then I'll take that same brush and just blend out the edges. What I also really love about this blush is that it has a shelf life of 24 months or 2 years, which is pretty long. Usually the products that I have last 6 months or 12 months. A few weekends ago, I actually gifted my mom these 3 products exactly. So she has a set of her own. My mom has such great natural features and she doesn't actually wear makeup on the day-to-day. She also doesn't buy it for herself very often, but I know she likes it and appreciates it. So I gifted her these 3 products, kind of applied it for her and showed her how the formulas work, and she really loved it, and it applied really well on her dry, mature skin. And she loved the way the Flush Balm looked on her face as well, because it is so natural, but it just gives her that flush of color. And she did comment on how soft the brush was. And there's really a great range of shades with the foundation stick or the blushes or the lip products. And now they have a skincare product as well. So you really can't go wrong with Merit as a brand as you're thinking about gifts for the beauty lover in your life. I cannot wait to get this on my lips because it's such a beautiful color. I really like this formula. It's very easy to apply. This color, Sangria, is definitely on the pigmented side. It just melted so nicely into your lips, and that was just one kind of swipe all across. This is actually like my must-have product before I go on any video calls, because otherwise my lips kind of blend into the rest of my face and I look really dull and kind of washed out. And then quickly I'm just gonna brush my brows through with the Merit Brow Gel in the shade Brown. And this is a repurchase for me. I picked one up during the sale, and I just love how easy this brow gel is. It just gives me a more defined brow. It fills in some of those sparse areas but doesn't look too overdone, and I think a brow product like this is perfect for that clean kind of natural makeup look. And then with a few seconds to spare, I curl my lashes. Then I am gonna go in with a very light dusting of a translucent setting powder. This one is from e.l.f. just on my T-zone right here, on my nose and on my chin. I'm going to do a very quick swipe of the new Rare Beauty highlighter. I do have a full video on this in the shade Enlighten. And that's it. It's a very streamlined, everyday kind of makeup look using just a few products. And it does make me think of my mom now whenever I use these products, because I know she has the same ones and she's enjoying them as well. I'm going to actually make myself another cup of tea and then get going. By the way, all orders over $40 USD do ship free, and all first orders come with this signature Merit bag, which is a really cute like corduroy material. Okay, I'm on the floor right now. I used to film a lot of my videos on the floor when I first started, and I'm just taking a quick like 5-minute, 10-minute break before my next meeting. I'm gonna reapply my lip oil. So going through my morning routine and actively like filming it and noticing every single part that goes into it has made me realize like how important every step is for me. I used to be very much not a morning person. I found it really hard to wake up in the morning and to get myself going. I just wanted to stay in bed for as long as possible, and then I would feel really anxious because I didn't have enough time to kind of do what I needed to do before I like launch into work. And then over the years I tried to kind of experiment with different morning routines, meditating, journaling, a bunch of things. But I think at one point I was trying to do too much, and I was trying to kind of follow ideal morning routine videos before really asking myself like what's most important to me. And if you're anything like me, where you've dealt with high anxiety in the mornings or a feeling of like low motivation, I would say try not to be so hard on yourself. For me, like no 2 mornings are the same. What I showed you today is kind of like when I do everything right and on time, what that could look like. Some days I snooze for 20 minutes. Some days I wake up a bit earlier and I watch YouTube or listen to a podcast. Some days I actually do work out, like a proper workout, and I'll do like a workout video on YouTube, but most days I don't. It's still something I'm very much working on, consistency and doing things that I know are good for me even when I don't feel like it. Something that did really help is just finding like one thing that makes you really excited in the morning and makes you feel at ease and calm. So for me, not surprisingly, it is like the skincare and makeup that feels really meditative for me and very grounding. It's just fun. I love using the products that I collect and trying out new things and then going back to old favorites. Like I just love that process. Also, beverages get me out of the morning. So I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I do like it from time to time, but for me, it's really tea and matcha. It's great to have structure and routine, but also give yourself some grace and take the pressure off of yourself that you don't need to A, have a perfect routine, I think we're always learning and trying new things and seeing what works. And B, no 2 days are the same. Just try different things and notice like how you feel. Everyone's so different, and what really works for one person may be a completely different experience for someone else. I think the biggest thing I learned this year, and something I want to carry over to next year, is not always looking ahead and figuring out, okay, how can I level up? How can I be this or that, or have more and do more? Balancing that ambitious side of me with, learning to be content in the present and know that I'm enough, I'm doing enough. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just know that you're doing great. I hope good things are ahead for you in 2023. I really want to work more on my videos and kind of share different parts of my life and what I'm learning in 2023, of course, alongside all the makeup and skincare and beauty content that I love to share. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.